June 16th, 1940, Bordeaux, France. Charles de Gaulle stands alone near a window as dusk settles over the city and the distant sound of retreat echoes through the streets. He has been promoted to brigadier general only days earlier, and now France itself is collapsing around him. Maps on the table show broken lines and lost cities. German forces are racing toward the Atlantic. Paris has already fallen, and the government is preparing to surrender. De Gaulle listens as ministers argue in low voices about honor and exhaustion and inevitability. Marshal Philippe Pétain speaks of ending the bloodshed, of accepting defeat to save what remains of France. The words land heavily, not because de Gaulle disagrees that France is beaten today, but because he knows what surrender will mean tomorrow. For de Gaulle, this moment is not about tanks or troops. It is about time. He understands something others do not. Wars are not decided only by battles. They are decided by whether a nation believes its story has ended. If France signs an armistice, it will not just lose territory, it will lose its voice. That night, de Gaulle makes a choice that will brand him a traitor to some and a symbol to others. Instead of staying to fight a hopeless battle under a government ready to submit, he chooses to leave, not to escape danger, but to preserve possibility. On June 17th, 1940, while Pétain announces his intention to seek an armistice with Germany, de Gaulle boards a small aircraft bound for London. He carries no army, no mandate, no certainty, only conviction. He knows many will see this as abandonment, but to him staying would mean accepting silence. In London, he finds himself almost alone. Britain is standing but barely. The United States remains distant, France is occupied, and de Gaulle has no official authority. Yet on June 18th, 1940, he steps before a microphone at the BBC and speaks words meant not for generals, but for memory. He tells the French people that France has lost a battle, but not the war, that its destiny is not finished. This is why de Gaulle walked away, not because he refused to fight, but because he refused to fight on terms that erased the future. He understood that resistance sometimes begins with refusal, that survival sometimes requires absence, and that the most dangerous battlefield is the one where hope is surrendered. As German boots march through France and a new regime takes shape in Vichy, de Gaulle remains in exile, building a free France that exists first as an idea before it becomes an army. His decision costs him friends, reputation, and years of isolation, but it keeps France alive in the only place that matters at that moment: the belief that defeat is not destiny. On that June evening in Bordeaux, de Gaulle does not choose retreat. He chooses continuity, and in doing so he ensures that when France finally stands again, it will not do so as a nation that simply survived, but as one that remembered who it was.